welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. I just got home from finals. I finished my second to last semester, and so it's a little bit gloomy outside. We're getting ready for Christmas. I asked you guys a bunch of questions on my Instagram. I got so many responses I couldn't answer them all. I'm gonna do my skincare and makeup, just a quick everyday routine, and I'm gonna answer them. Before I get into it, I hope we can all take a little breather now that school is on break, or maybe you're out of school and you're taking a little bit of a vacation, just to kind of decompress and be excited for New Year's, for Christmas. I think it's been a rough one. The first question is, can I combine skin cycling with a milky skin routine? If you're familiar with skin cycling, you know that it's all about using some actives and then following up with a recovery stage. And milky skin can definitely be incorporated into skin cycling. It's actually the recovery part of the cycle. Since I use very minimal actives to no actives during milky skin, you can definitely use it when you're recovering from using AHAs or retinol if you're older. But yes, you can definitely incorporate milky skin. Next question is tips on products to use on relatively clear skin that just reacts when using products. So if you have relatively clear skin already, you're really lucky, and I wouldn't experiment necessarily with a ton of new products like exfoliants. I would stick to a very basic routine, like for example, a good hydrating serum, a toner of course, a nice basic cream, I really like the Rhode one, and then a good sunscreen, and that's pretty much all you need besides double cleansing at night. But I wouldn't experiment with a lot of new things since it sounds like your skin is also sensitive, and because it's pretty good, I mean, you don't need to do much. Is 19 too young to start retinol? I really struggle with texture. People have a lot of different opinions when it comes to retinol, but personally, I do not recommend people starting retinol until late 20s, early 30s. I myself don't use retinol, and I don't plan to until maybe I'm 30. And there are a lot of other products that you can use for texture. I really like tonics that have a little bit of BHA in them. I like the Glow Recipe Watermelon Toner, has BHA in it, but it's also very hydrating and milky, so you get the best of both worlds. And I use that whenever I see texture, and because it's so gentle, you can use it more often if you have combo oily acne prone skin. So yes, 19 is too young in my opinion, and there are a lot of other products that are really great that help target texture. What to do with a pimple? I can't help myself but pop them, which leaves a mark behind. Girl, I think we've all been there. It's really hard to not pop pimples because I know it can be really satisfying, but the easiest thing to do is stick a pimple patch on it right away. In 6 to 8 hours when you take it off, you will also get a very satisfying outcome. So this way, you still get the satisfaction, but you're protecting it and letting it heal. It's gonna heal a lot faster and not leave a mark. So pimple stickers will be your best friend. Where do you buy your Korean skincare from? I get a lot of questions on this, and I know there are a lot of different sites. I like Stylevana. I know their shipping can sometimes be a little bit spotty, which I don't like, but the good thing about them is that they wrap their products very tightly in bubble wrap, so I have never had an issue with things breaking or leaking. Also, their prices are so good. I do a lot of Milky Station videos where I talk about products I love that are on sale, and most of the time it will be from Stylevana. They're not sponsored, I just really like the deals that they always have, and also the selection. Sunscreen for combo skin that doesn't leave white cast, and sunscreen stick for after makeup. Okay, actually the sunscreen that I have today right now is the BOJ one. This one was really popular, and then it got some mixed reviews because people were saying it was causing closed comedones on their forehead. They're little bumps that you can't pop. I haven't had that issue. It's probably just a skin type thing, so you need to try it out for yourself. I'm mixing a little bit of the BOJ and this Lunin Ascertain. I've really been enjoying that combo recently. It's very silky and moisturizing, so if you have combo to oily skin, you can use this on top of a super light moisturizer, and it's not going to make you greasy or like break out. For sunscreen sticks after makeup, my favorite sunscreen stick is the Dewy Tree Cooling Stick. It's in a little duck egg blue packaging, which I think is the cutest. I would recommend this for all skin types. It has a really nice cooling, almost like tea tree sensation. It feels really nice. It's very lightweight. It doesn't really tug on the skin. But I will say, if you're wearing like a full face of makeup, like a lot of foundation, sunscreen sticks won't be the best reapplication tool. I would recommend a spray. I really like the Yours Sunnyside Mist. And then you can also do like a sunscreen powder, but those are actually very pricey. So I would recommend the mist. Opinions of buying too much foundation and you can't finish using it. Sometimes, you know, there are a lot of good foundation formulas and you just want to try more. So I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm still figuring that out myself, but I actually don't use that many foundations. I usually will use a concealer and then use that for my all over base and concealer, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1. I'm not like a huge foundation fan. If I am, it'll usually be like a tint or like a cushion. Is it harmful to use a salicylic acid cleanser twice a day without any other exfoliants, of course? I have a friend who told me that they use the Paula's Choice BHA toner every single day. Girl. I put them on to a very hydrating toner. I said to stop using the Paula's Choice one. It can be definitely damaging to use an exfoliating product every day, let alone twice a day. I think it also depends like on the formulation, of course, but in general, I don't recommend using a salicylic acid anything twice a day. I exfoliate with salicylic acid probably only twice a month. Your skin doesn't need that much exfoliation. It needs more hydration, and so I would highly recommend against it. You're much better off going with hydrating products like a hydrating toner or a hydrating cleanser. You know, just take a little break and your skin will be a lot like thicker, plumper. Body lotion that won't pill up on my body hair. For the most part, I don't think that body lotion should pill up even if you do have body hair. I really like the Josie Marin Apothecary body butter. The Kopari ones are really good. Aveeno has a really good affordable option. Oh, Tatcha has a really nice body butter, and so does Caudalie. Like, I didn't used to be a body butter person, but then I tried those and they're just so good. I see there are a lot of questions for sheet masks for dry skin for the winter. I will actually be making a reel about that using my favorite sheet mask, so make sure to follow me on Instagram because I will be posting that. Do SPF sticks break you out? Not for me. I know some people are worried about the bacteria. If you are, I would just take a paper towel after you finish using it each time and just wipe it down and you should be okay. I've never had any problems with like breakouts. It's more so like if I don't remove the sunscreen at night using a double cleanse, that's when I will run into some problems. Other than that, they're really handy. They're great for traveling and I really like them. Is it worth it to see a dermatologist? Very juicy question. I have been to the dermatologist a few times. I went for my backne and I went for my KP that I have on my face and also my arms. And at that time I was like in 8th grade and I didn't really get into skincare yet. So they were saying you can go to the drugstore and get like a tinted sunscreen to kind of hide the pigmentation. And then for my backne, I think they recommended the Neutrogena grapefruit one. And looking back at that advice now, that is probably some of the worst advice I've gotten. Not saying that it was like completely wrong, but personally the Neutrogena body wash was too harsh for me and it just completely dried out my back. And it's not like I'm gonna do a 7-step toner routine on my back after I get out of the shower, right? So I want something that is going to be a little bit more nourishing. And then for my KP, I don't think Obviously sunscreen is going to help with any like type of pigmentation, but I don't think that was the solution that I needed. Now like I just let the pigmentation be. I don't really care. But I know First Aid Beauty for like the body has a really good KP scrub that I have used in the past. It's just that I'm a little bit lazy now, but it has really helped with the texture. It is like quite abrasive, so you have to be gentle, but then you follow it up with a really hydrating body lotion, and that helps so much more. So I'd say go to the dermatologist if it's more of like, I know people with really big pimples or cysts have to go get them popped, and that definitely you should go to a dermatologist. Don't do it by yourself. But for like topical skin things like acne, unless you have like super bad cystic acne, I think skincare can easily treat it. Milky skin especially. How do you balance school with social media? I'm in college right now. So that is a really good question. I think for anyone starting like an Instagram page or a TikTok page while in college, it can be time consuming in the beginning and challenging to like find a good balance between shooting content and still keeping up with school. But it's definitely doable if you weave content creation into your habits. For example, like I started the summer before my freshman year, and so I pumped out a lot of content in the summer and kind of used that as like my training for my habits, so that when school did start, I had a good routine of shooting a lot of content on a day that I was free and then planning it out for the week as I go. Now I'm a little bit worse because I will edit like the night before. I'll spend like an hour at like 12 or 1 a.m., which is really bad. But that has become like my bad habit. So I really encourage that you start good habits with content creation, and pretty soon it'll become part of your daily routine. Say for example, you really like the sunlight at 11 a.m. and you don't have class at that time on certain days, you'll dedicate that to be your shooting time, and then you can edit when you have free time. I also really like Notion as a good way to plan out content and kind of like schedule it out. Sometimes when I have really hard tests that I need to study for, I will just like completely not post, and I think that's fine because school needs to come first sometimes. If you plan on the weekend, you should be more than okay in terms of time management for content creation. Similar to that question, how to start as an influencer on Instagram. If you want to start a page, you have to really think about, what are you passionate about? What do you really enjoy talking about, regardless if you have an audience? Because when people are looking to follow people, they really want to see someone who knows a lot about the area they're talking about. They're really excited about the content they're making. And if those things are true, the followers will come naturally. I think because social media is so concentrated right now, you need to think about what is your message that makes you stand out compared to other people, and what do you want your audience to take away? Because I think now with TikTok, everything's about what kind of quick value can I get from this video, and it makes it really competitive because people are always looking for new ideas. And yes, you do need to have innovative ideas in how you deliver the content, how you create your messaging, but it's also about like putting your audience first and thinking like, how can I help these people? How can I either like entertain them, educate them? In the beginning, I would recommend like planning a little bit, like plan a week before you start pumping out content. Once you have a good idea, try to post 3 times a week and then bump it up to 5 times a week. Instagram will boost new accounts for like the first, I think it's 6 months, and you want to take advantage of that window. I did not know that when I first started. I wish I did, because I posted like every 3 days, and that wasn't the best strategy. At the end of the day, if you have really great content, it will speak for itself and people will eventually find you. Honestly, I think I'm pretty done with my makeup. Usually I do less than this. I do like brows and sunscreen. I will pick 3 more questions and then we can wrap it up. I really like these Amuse dew tints. I brought it with me on vacation to LA when I went over this summer. Definitely gonna bring it to New York. They're just such a good hybrid between a gloss, a tint, and a balm. They stay on so well and they don't give you that annoying lip line on your inner lip, which is game changing. I think I actually had a question about that. I have found it. There's like a white dry line lining my lips and it's very noticeable. That's like, I looked it up, it's like dry skin building up. Honestly, a lot of lip products will give you that and it's kind of inevitable, especially when you're like drinking water, it'll form and it's disgusting. It's like a pet peeve, I hate it. But there's like no way to stop it. There are like really good lip products that help minimize that and don't give you that as much. This one is one of them, the Muse Dew Tints. I also really love the Neutrogena Hydro Glosses. They would not give me that at all and I loved it so much. I did stop using them because I finished mine and I just moved on to other lip products, but I think I will pick one of those up because it's like a gloss and a balm. It doesn't give you that line. There are so very few products. There was one from Fresh, but it got discontinued and that was so sad. That's actually why I prefer tints over like lip glosses or lipsticks, because you get that stain and you don't have any of that moisture like clinging to your dry skin to give you that line. When do skincare results show up? So I get this question a lot, especially for milky skin and when you're using hydrating products. Well, it depends on your skin type, of course. That goes for anything with skincare, but I really do think you'll see glowing results by the end of week 1. And I know that's a little bit ambitious, but you do have to stick with your toner. Do like 3 layers in the morning, 3 layers at night, and this is for hydrating toners only. But if you stick with that good routine and have like a double cleanse, you use serums, moisturizers, you kind of leave your skin alone from all the exfoliating ingredients, you'll see such a big difference in how plump your skin is. My roommate was using the Tatcha essence and literally the morning after she started using the essence, I was like, your skin is really glowy. And I had no idea she started using the essence, okay? She was like, it's probably the essence. I did a couple layers. I was like, guys, this is proof. I was like, I wish I could have shown you guys on my page in video, but it was just that moment where I was like, yes, I know toner works. I can notice the results and I didn't even know. So really stick with your toners and then you will see good results. Rex for jawline, neck, acne, and even body sometimes. So I struggle a lot with acne. I will get flare-ups constantly, so I understand the struggle of acne-prone skin. It is just when you think you're doing everything right, they just come out of nowhere. I have a backne routine. In the shower, I will do a body wash. I used to use the Kinship Papaya Enzyme Cleanser. It's a really gentle one, but it also has like papaya enzymes to gently exfoliate. Once I was out of the shower, I would spray my back with either like the Thayer's Rose Water Toner, or I would do just like some spring water from La Roche-Posay. And then I will go in with the Thayer's Milky Toner. It is a very calming toner, but has a little bit of citric acid in it. And it just really helps to calm my skin and combat any acne that's trying to come up, you know. It really helps improve how often the acne is coming up. Also in the morning, I recommend putting micellar water on a cotton pad and kind of like wiping down any of the body acne areas. That helps immensely. I am a little bit lazy, so I didn't do that, and that's why the acne keeps coming up. But if you can be really strict with yourself about that, your acne will be gone. Like I did that for prom, and within like 3 weeks, I was able to almost completely get rid of my body acne because I was wearing an open back dress. So it is possible, you just have to be very strict with yourself. That ends the video. I will be vlogging in New York, so look out for that. This is the final makeup look. I will leave all the products below, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!